Good afternoon YouTube and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm out on the dirt jumper and I'm at Twisted Oaks. We have these insane dirt jumps just behind me, and today I'm going to be showing you guys 10 basic stroke beginner tricks that you can go out and learn to help kickstart your dirt jumping career and hopefully help you to progress onto more gnarly, crazy, extreme tricks. Let's take a look at the first trick. The first trick, and we're going to be starting off very basic by doing the one-hander and the one-footer. So what you need to find yourself is a jump that you're really comfortable on and you're happy to start taking some limbs off. Approach it at the speed you normally would to clear it. Level out as you would normally. However, once you're in the air and your bike is nice and level, take either your hand or your foot off. It works exactly the same for either. Just be wary of how much airtime you've got, because remember, you've got to get your hand or foot back on to avoid a crash. Once you get more confident at both of these, you can then take it to the next step, combine them together, and you will have the one-handed one-footer. Trick number two, and we're going to continue taking the limbs off. However, this time it's the no-footer, so both feet off in the air. What you need to do, approach the jump the speed you would to clear it, level out in the air once again. However, instead of taking your hand and your foot off, you're going to take both feet off. What's really important with this one is to keep an eye on those pedals, because you don't want to miss them when you're going to be landing. The more advanced version of this, which I love, is the no-footed one-hander, also known as the rodeo. Exactly the same principles as the no-footer. However, you're going to throw that arm off as far as you can, get maximum extension, get stoked, get everyone else stoked, and all have a good time on the dirt jump bikes. Trick number three, the toboggan. This is one of my favourite tricks, especially when riding sick trails like these, or in a nice dump 360. They feel absolutely amazing. Find a jump that you're comfortable on, jump it. Once you're in the air, take your hand off, grab the seat, turn the handlebars. However, this is where it gets scary, because you have to lift the seat with your arm, and that drops the front. And the more turned the bars are and drop the front is, the more gnarly and extended the trick is. So get comfortable with it, see how much extension you can get, see how much danger you're prepared to take, and get the toboggan dialed. Trick number four, we're up in the danger levels, taking a look at the X up, which is when you go in the air, turn the handlebars as far as you dare, creating an X with your arms, hold it for as long as you dare, and then turn them back. For this, once again, find the jump you're comfortable on. This time, you're going to clamp your knees on the seat to keep them out of the way so the handlebar doesn't hit them or get stuck. Twist the handlebars as far as you want to go. If you want to do a more advanced version of this, you can do the X up one footer, which is exactly the same principle. However, you take your foot off and extend it as far as you can whilst doing the X up. It looks sick, and it's a trick that once you get more comfortable, you can add to 360s and backflips. That feels funny for me because I'm fresh off of a shoulder surgery, so extending that arm feels a bit weird, but we'll try to do another one. Oh my God. Okay, I'm teaching you guys how to do X-ups. Yeah, I actually suck at them myself. Let's move on to the next one. Trick number five, the tabletop. This, once again, one of my favourites. It feels good to do it straight, however, I much prefer to do it on hip jumps because you're turning. It's way easier to click the bike flat. Also, free tables and flip tables feel really good, which are more advanced versions of the tabletop. A few pointers for you whilst learning. Hit the jump, level out. Once you're in the air, curve your hand, and then you're going to try and push that under your armpit so the bike comes flat. You also want to push your knee onto the top tube, and to get it extra flat, here's the tip. We're going to look at my foot. It's going to go onto the crank arm, and then you can really tilt the bike and get it nice and flat, aiming to get your shoulder as close to the tyre and the fork as possible. Trick number six, we're past the halfway mark, so therefore the difficulty is going to be raised, and we're going to be looking at the tuck no-hander. One of my favourite tricks, one of my most used tricks, and I love it because you can variate it in so many different ways, in 360s, backflips, front flips. You can do double no-handers, no-handed bar spin. The list could go on, but it's quite simple to learn. That's also what I like about it. So on this perfect jump here, we're going to hit it at a good speed to clear it. Instead of leveling the bike out this time, we are just going to lift the front wheel, but push your weight forward at the same time and rest the handlebars in your lap. Clamp your knees around the frame, and then when you feel ready and comfortable, like the bars are stable, you're going to spread those wings, take those arms off, extend them as much as you wish. Remember, look at how much airtime you've got. Remember to keep an eye on the grips so that you know exactly where your hands are going. Put them on, roll out the champion. Just make sure that you don't grab the front brake or the rear brake when landing, so that's quite easy to just come down and go like that. Let's move on to trick number 7. The no-footed can-can. This is one of my all-time favourites, inspired by the FMX freestyle motocross guys. It's all about getting loose, getting as much extension and getting as wild and crazy as you can. It basically works the same as the no footer. However, instead of lifting the bike up to you in the air, you're going to let it drop so that that allows space for your feet to go over the frame. There's no right or wrong as to what side you go, it's just what feels more comfortable. But what you do have control over is what style you do. I personally prefer both for different things. If I'm riding trails, I like doing my nice two-footed together because it looks tidy and reminds me of the BMX guys. If I'm riding a big kicker with big air time, I love just dropping the bike, extending and kicking those legs as hard as possible. I'm going to demonstrate both of them right now to you so you can see, and you can decide actually which one is cooler. Put it in the comments below. Trick number 8, we're going to up the difficulty a fair bit now, and we're going to start doing some spins and rotations. The reason that I'm doing these in a basic video is because I see them as the advanced end of the basic tricks, because if you want to go on to doing advanced tricks like 360 tail whips, backflip no-handers, you need to have these basic rotations dialed, and they're also just really good fun. So, starting with the 360, what you need to do, find a jump you're comfortable on, preferably a soft landing to start with because you most likely will have a few crashes. Approach it the same speed that you would normally. However, you're going to find a direction that you turn. There's no right or wrong. Technically, spinning into your front foot is classed as opposite, but it doesn't matter too much. As you approach the lip, don't turn too early. Start to spin. Look where you want to go. That's the key. Where your eyes are pointing is where you'll go. So you're looking around a full circle. As you start to come around, spot your landing, open up, prepare to land, roll out the champion. Trick number 9, the tail whip, sticking with the rotations. This time, instead of you spinning with the bike, you're going to be spinning just the bike around. I would recommend for this one, maybe trying it in a foam pit or out of a bowl or a fly out jump to start with, because most likely you won't land it instantly. It's going to take some practice, but I'll quickly talk you through what you do on a double. So approach it at the speed you would to clear it, nothing different. As you come up the ramp, relax, take your time and level out. Once you've leveled out, you're going to start to kick the bike, keeping an eye on the pedals, work out what way you want to kick it. To help the bike around, you're going to use your arms in this motion, which you can actually practice just on the ground like this. Look, it brings the bike around. Keep an eye on those pedals, jump on the bike when it comes back round, put your feet on. It is a difficult one to learn, but if you wanted to advance your dirt jumping skills that much, it is an essential one, which is why I've included it in this video. You've mastered the tail whip, you've mastered the 360. I think you'll know what's coming for trick number 10. It has to be the backflip. A flip is actually one of the easiest tricks. The reason it's difficult is because it's scary. You're going upside down in the air on your bike. I definitely recommend practicing this one into a foam pit because you will land upside down the first few times, and to have that safety is absolutely paramount. But when you're ready to take it to a dirt jump, you're going to go slightly faster than you would to jump it normally because you're pulling back. It compromises your distance a little bit. The key to a flip, relax. Don't pop until you're at the top of the ramp. At the top of the ramp, pull back, look back because you're trying to spot that landing the whole time. Keep your eyes on the landing. You'll be able to feel where you are in the rotation. If you need to speed up, then you tuck in smaller, you spin faster. If you need to slow down, then you can extend the arms. That will slow the rotation down. Once you master the flip, you unlock a whole new world of tricks and variations. The game just opens up and you can send endless possibilities. Okay, now I've shown you them tricks, I'm now going to do a line for you with all of my favourite tricks. So, tuck no hand on the first, 360 on the next, tail whip on the last, backflip, fire. So there we have it. That is my 10 beginner dirt jump tricks. Like I say, they got quite advanced at the end, but that unlocks loads of new doors. I hope that you found this video beneficial. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, leave some comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video.